All right, everyone, buckle up. The tech world is moving at warp speed, and if you blink, you'll miss the next seismic shift. We've got a packed show today with updates that are going to blow your mind. First up, the courtroom is buzzing as OpenAI drops a bombshell about Elon Musk's massive bid for the company. Did he really try to pull Mark Zuckerberg into a $97 billion takeover? We've got the inside scoop. Next, we're talking about the inner circle at OpenAI. Who's staying, who's going? The HR chief is reportedly heading for the exit. What does this mean for the company's aggressive hiring and its race against giants like Google and Meta? We break it all down. Then, we're back in the legal arena as OpenAI's lawyers zero in on Meta's involvement. They're demanding evidence about coordination with Musk's $97 billion bid. Is Meta playing a deeper game in the AI takeover battle? We're connecting the dots. And finally, get ready for a game changer in the open-source AI world. Researchers have unleashed a new framework that's directly challenging the proprietary models from OpenAI and Anthropic. This could redefine how we interact with our computers. Stick around for all this and more. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Elon Musk's $97 billion OpenAI gambit, Zuckerberg in the middle. OpenAI has just dropped a legal bombshell, alleging in a recent court filing that Elon Musk, the visionary behind Tesla and SpaceX, attempted to bring Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg into his staggering $97 billion bid to acquire the ChatGPT maker. According to OpenAI's claims, Musk had specifically identified Zuckerberg as a key figure with whom he discussed the potential financing for this colossal takeover. This revelation comes as OpenAI is actively seeking evidence from Meta, demanding the production of any documents or communications that suggest coordination between Musk's AI venture, xAI, and Meta itself, concerning the acquisition or investment in OpenAI. The request, detailed in a public brief filed on Thursday, is part of an ongoing legal battle initiated by Musk against OpenAI. OpenAI's legal team had initially requested a subpoena back in July and is now pursuing a court order to secure this information, as reported by TechCrunch. The company is also seeking any documentation or correspondence from Meta pertaining to any actual or potential restructuring or recapitalization of OpenAI, a central point in Musk's lawsuit. Meta, however, has reportedly pushed back against this request, with a spokesperson stating that Meta's internal documents could not possibly contain evidence of coordination with Musk or any attempt by Meta to purchase OpenAI, given that Meta did not officially join Musk's bid. Furthermore, Meta argues that any communications with entities that did participate in the bid would be more relevantly sought from those entities directly, not from Meta itself. This legal entanglement is layered with a complex history, as Musk is a co-founder of OpenAI, having severed ties in 2018. His recent criticisms and lawsuits against the company stem from his assertion that OpenAI has deviated from its original mission of benefiting humanity, instead prioritizing profit. Adding another layer of intrigue, the relationship between Musk and Zuckerberg has been famously strained, marked by public spats and a proposed cage fight that never materialized. The potential for these two tech titans to collaborate, even in a legal dispute, highlights the significant impact and perceived threat of OpenAI in the rapidly evolving AI landscape. But the drama doesn't end in the courtroom. Stay tuned, because we're about to dive into some significant movements within OpenAI itself. OpenAI's HR chief departs amidst fierce AI talent war. OpenAI, the powerhouse behind ChatGPT, is experiencing a notable leadership shift as its human resources chief, Julia Villagra, prepares to depart the company. This exit marks the latest high-profile personnel change within the rapidly expanding artificial intelligence startup, a company currently engaged in an aggressive campaign to attract and retain top AI talent amidst intense competition from industry giants like Google, Meta, and Anthropic. OpenAI CEO Sam Altman had only announced Villagra's promotion to Chief People Officer in March of this year. Her tenure, which began last year, is set to conclude this Friday. The news of her impending departure was first reported by Reuters and subsequently confirmed by internal sources. Villagra's exit occurs just months after the significant recruitment of Figisimo, a seasoned executive from Meta and former CEO of Instacart, who joined OpenAI in a senior role and has been increasingly involved in the company's consumer and product strategies. In recent months, OpenAI has been strategically expanding its reach beyond its foundational ChatGPT chatbot, making significant inroads into the enterprise sector. Concurrently, the company is undergoing a crucial restructuring process, aiming to transition into a public benefit corporation, a move necessitated by a key stipulation in its recent $40 billion fundraising round led by SoftBank. Earlier this year, in June, Sam Altman publicly addressed the intense competition for talent, revealing that Meta had attempted to poach OpenAI employees by offering substantial signing bonuses, reportedly as high as $100 million, coupled with even more lucrative annual compensation packages. Meta's chief technology officer, Andrew Bosworth, had acknowledged these efforts, noting that OpenAI had indeed made counteroffers to retain its staff. This internal shakeup at the HR leadership level, coupled with the ongoing external competition for AI expertise, underscores the high stakes and dynamic nature of the current AI landscape, where talent acquisition and retention are critical determinants of future success. Now, let's pivot back to the legal battles. OpenAI's lawyers aren't letting up on Meta's alleged involvement in that massive Musk bid. We've got the latest on their pursuit of evidence. OpenAI demands Meta's evidence on Musk's $97 billion AI takeover bid. In a dramatic escalation of its legal wrangling with Elon Musk, OpenAI is now formally requesting Meta's cooperation in uncovering evidence related to Musk's ambitious $97 billion bid to acquire the ChatGPT maker. OpenAI's legal team has publicly stated their demand for Meta to produce documents and communications that could shed light on any coordinated efforts between Musk's AI startup, xAI, and Meta itself, regarding the potential acquisition or investment in OpenAI. This demand was made public through a brief filed on Thursday, directly within the context of Musk's ongoing lawsuit against OpenAI. Lawyers representing OpenAI revealed that they had initially served Meta with a subpoena in June, seeking information about Meta's potential involvement in the unsolicited takeover attempt that Musk launched in February. However, it remains uncertain whether Meta possesses any responsive documents. OpenAI ultimately rejected Musk's bid outright. OpenAI's legal counsel disclosed that they have uncovered evidence indicating that Musk had indeed communicated with Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg concerning xAI's bid to purchase OpenAI, specifically discussing potential financing arrangements or investments. Meta had previously objected to OpenAI's initial subpoena in July. OpenAI's lawyers are now pressing for a court order to compel Meta to provide the requested evidence. Furthermore, OpenAI is seeking any internal documents and communications from Meta that pertain to any actual or potential restructuring or recapitalization of OpenAI, which is the central issue driving Musk's lawsuit. A Meta spokesperson, Andy Stone, directed inquiries to a section of OpenAI's filing that notes neither Meta nor Zuckerberg signed Musk's letter of intent for the acquisition. Meta itself has declined to offer further comment. OpenAI and Musk's legal representatives have not yet responded to requests for comment. This legal maneuver occurs against a backdrop of intense competition in the AI sector, where Meta has been making substantial investments in its own frontier AI models. Court filings from a separate case revealed that in 2023, Meta executives were intensely focused on developing an AI model capable of surpassing OpenAI's GPT-4, with reports suggesting that Mark Zuckerberg was frustrated by Meta's AI models lagging behind industry standards by early 2025. Zuckerberg has reportedly intensified his efforts, including the recruitment of several key AI researchers from OpenAI, such as Shengjia Zhao, a co-creator of ChatGPT, who now leads research at Meta's new superintelligence labs. Meta has also invested $14 billion in Scale AI and reportedly explored acquisition deals with other AI laboratories. While the extent of discussions between Musk and Zuckerberg remains unclear, the mere possibility of such a partnership underscores the perceived competitive threat posed by OpenAI. This legal disclosure is a critical part of Musk's broader lawsuit, which challenges OpenAI's conversion from a nonprofit to a public benefit corporation structure, a change necessary for securing investor funding and potential future public offerings. Musk, a co-founder and early investor, argues this restructuring contradicts the startup's founding mission. Meta's lawyers are urging the court to dismiss OpenAI's evidence request, asserting that Musk and xAI can provide any necessary information and that Meta's internal discussions about OpenAI's restructuring are irrelevant to the case. Get ready for a revolution in the open-source AI space. A new framework is set to challenge the giants. OpenCUA, open-source AI agents challenge OpenAI and Anthropic. Researchers from the University of Hong Kong, HKU, and collaborating institutions have unveiled OpenCUA, a groundbreaking open-source framework designed to empower the creation of sophisticated AI agents capable of operating computers. This comprehensive framework provides the essential tools, data, and methodologies required to scale the development of what are known as computer use agents, CUAs. The models trained using OpenCUA have demonstrated remarkable performance on CUA benchmarks, not only outperforming existing open-source alternatives, but also closely rivaling the capabilities of proprietary agents developed by leading AI labs such as OpenAI and Anthropic. Computer use agents are engineered to autonomously execute tasks on a computer, ranging from navigating websites and interacting with software interfaces to automating complex enterprise workflows. However, the most advanced CUA systems have historically been proprietary, with their underlying training data, architectural designs, and development processes kept confidential. The researchers highlight the critical need for transparent, open-source CUA frameworks, stating, "As the lack of transparency limits technical advancements and raises safety concerns, the research community needs truly open CUA frameworks to study their capabilities, limitations, and risks." This call for openness comes at a time when the AI field faces significant scaling challenges, including power consumption limits, rising token costs, and inference delays, all of which are reshaping the enterprise AI landscape. Open-source efforts have also been hampered by a lack of scalable infrastructure for collecting the diverse, large-scale datasets necessary for training these agents. Existing open-source datasets for graphical user interfaces, GUIs, are often limited in scope, and many research projects lack the detailed methodological explanations required for replication. To address these issues, OpenCUA incorporates the AgentNet tool, a system for recording human demonstrations of computer tasks across various operating systems. This tool facilitates efficient data collection by running in the background on an annotator's personal computer, capturing screen videos, keyboard and mouse inputs, and the underlying accessibility tree, which provides structured information about on-screen elements. The collected raw data is then transformed into state action trajectories, pairing a screenshot of the computer state with the user's corresponding action. A key innovation in OpenCUA is the integration of chain-of-thought (CoT) reasoning into the data augmentation process. This generates a detailed inner monologue for each action, encompassing planning, memory, and reflection, structured into 3 levels: high-level observation, reflective analysis and planning, and the final executable action. This approach significantly enhances the agent's task comprehension and generalization capabilities. The researchers successfully applied this framework to train various open-source vision language models, VLMs, including variants of QN and KimiVL. Their 32 billion parameter model, OpenCUA 32B, achieved a new state-of-the-art success rate among open-source models on the OS World Verified benchmark, surpassing OpenAI's GPT-4o base CUA and significantly narrowing the performance gap with Anthropic's leading proprietary models. For enterprise developers, OpenCUA offers a versatile pipeline that can be adapted to train agents on proprietary internal tools, by using the same data processing and reasoning generation pipeline. While challenges related to safety and reliability remain for real-world deployment, particularly in handling sensitive data, the researchers have released the code, dataset, and model weights, paving the way for more accessible and powerful AI agents. We've covered a lot of ground today, from legal battles to AI breakthroughs. Let's quickly recap the biggest stories before we sign off. And that wraps up another electrifying episode of ChatGPT Insights. We've seen Elon Musk allegedly try to rope Zuckerberg into a massive OpenAI bid, OpenAI's HR chief make a departure amidst the talent wars, OpenAI lawyers digging into Meta's potential role in that bid, and a powerful new open-source AI agent framework emerge to challenge the giants. Don't miss out on any of the action. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, and follow us on all our social platforms for more cutting-edge AI news.